presentation, you will learn about marginalization and deprivation. The concepts of social deprivation and social exclusion share a similar focus on the inability of individuals to participate fully in their life or their community or society. There are several serious repercussions that arise as a result of marginalization and/or exclusion. The biggest impact that occurs is social and relative deprivation. Deprivation is one of the concepts closely associated with the discussions of social inequality. Sociological analysis defines deprivation broadly as inequality of access to social goods. It includes poverty and other wider forms of disadvantages. It refers to denial of access to resources required for self-development and fulfillment of basic necessities. Resources can be social, economic, and cultural, and basic necessities vary from one culture to another. Deprivation is a broader phenomenon than poverty. There is a need to distinguish exclusion from deprivation, despite the fact that the two terms are interrelated to each other. The measurement of social deprivation has tended to emphasize a lack of material or financial resources that contributes to a lack of social participation. On the other hand, measures of social exclusion have emphasized the lack of participation in a broader range of social, cultural, and political activities. One may face deprivation despite relatively good economic conditions. People in war-torn areas like West Asia and some African countries suffer from multiple deprivations in the form of non-access to health, education, sanitation, housing, etc. due to absence of a peaceful political atmosphere. In other cases, cultural norms can lead to deprivations. Deprivation in turn is divided into two segments which are as follows: absolute deprivation and relative deprivation. Absolute deprivation refers to the lack of life's basic necessities, that is food, water, shelter, and fuel. It means the loss or absence of the means to satisfy the basic needs for survival, food, clothing, and shelter. Relative deprivation refers to deprivations experienced when individuals compare themselves with others. Individuals who lack something compare themselves with those who have it, and in doing so feel a sense of deprivation. Consequently, relative deprivation involves comparison. It is usually defined in subjective terms. The concept is intimately linked with that of reference group, which refers to a group to which an individual or another group is compared. Deprivation theories hence state that people who consider themselves to be deprived of resources they deem as important and imperative, such as status, esteem, money, privilege, justice, would have the tendency to join social movements. Relative deprivation is considered to play a vital role in motivating people to join certain social movements in order to gain their goals and objectives. Walter Russiman states that relative deprivation can be divided into egoistic deprivation and fraternalistic deprivation. According to him, egoistic deprivation occurs when a person compares himself or herself to that of another member of the group that the person belongs to. If he considers himself to be given fewer privileges or fewer facilities as compared to the other person, the person might experience egoistic deprivation. Fraternalistic deprivation, on the other hand, occurs when a group or a community compares itself with that of another group, and while comparing, it finds itself to be deprived or excluded from certain social, economic, and political resources of a society. According to Russiman, suffrage movement or the civil rights movement are some of the typical examples which exhibit and reflect fraternalistic deprivation. Thank you for watching the presentation. Do like, subscribe, share, and leave your comments about this presentation or any other topics you would like to learn more about.